Mr. Hakim, it is your claim that the defendant was responsible for an automobile accident that you had with your car.
Yes, ma'am.
And that happened on August 14th of last year.
Yes.
Would you go over to the chart and try to recreate your version of the accident?
Okay. I was coming home from work. I had just picked up my laundry at the cleaners. I'm proceeding west right here on Rosecrans. When I got into the intersection, I saw this car, the defendant's car, coming by at a high rate of speed. I got right over here. This is a shopping center right here. The defendant clipped me, causing me to drive into the curb. He double lane changed. He took from this lane to this lane, clipped me.
Where did you see him?
In the middle, about in the middle, right here in the middle of the intersection.
And in what lane was he?
He was in the third lane.
Oh, he's going in the same direction.
Same direction, yes, ma'am.
That's what I was confused about. So he was going in the same lane as you were.
Yes, ma'am.
You were in the far right lane.
I'm in the far right lane, the curb lane.
And he's in center lane. He was going towards the far right lane.
Yes, double lane. He double lane changed.
Okay. He clipped you with the rear of his car or with the front of his car?
He clipped me, causing me to veer into the curb right here. I had to. I suddenly stopped, braked to avoid the bigger collision. Clipped me, and I went into the curb right here. I drove on the curb.
It's incorrect.
Okay. I'll get to you in a minute. Step back, sir. When you went up to the curb, that's what caused the damage to your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there any damage to the car on the other side of the car where you allege that the defendant clipped you?
No, ma'am. To avoid running into him, I had to hit my brakes, and I hit the curb.
Is it possible, Mr. Hakim, that without disputing how the accident happened, that he did not, in fact, come in contact with your car?
Yes, possible. Yes, ma'am.
It's possible that he didn't come in contact with your car? Okay. And so, of course, you had absolutely no damage to your car?
No, ma'am.
Right. So why don't you tell me, go over to your chart and tell me what you were doing.
It was roughly about 4:30 in the afternoon on August 14th. When I crossed the intersection of Crenshaw Boulevard on Rosecrans, I was in the middle lane. I was planning on stopping at a donut shop that is located right here off the corner. Okay, when I came across the intersection, I waited to finish crossing the intersection, and then I put my right turn signal on. I had merged halfway into the right lane before I heard the plaintiff honk his horn and swerve erratically.
Now go back. Now go back. Well, the accident was your fault. The damage to his car is your fault.
No, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
No, ma'am.
Oh, listen, that's why you're here. You're here because I have to make a determination of whose driving irregularity caused damage to his car.
I wasn't driving irregularly.
Oh. Something's wrong with you. Listen to me. I'm going to explain it slowly. But this is not a give and take. I want you to understand that. This is not when you're having a conversation with your friend or somebody that you're out having a beer with. That's not the way this goes. This is not you talk and I talk and then you get to talk again. I listened to his story. I listened to your story. I believe your story that you were in the middle lane. You wanted to get over to the far right lane because you wanted to go into the convenience area. That's what you just told me. He was already in the right lane, and because you were he wasn't moving from the right lane.